One inhale, exhale. I painted this because of my discovery of the bird goddess, the most ancient of all feminine deities. She brings inspiration, and she loves the earth. She's at home in the sky and on the planet. And this is the rebirth of her coming back to our planet Earth to bring about that love of the earth. And she is there, she is present as a death doula, as am I in this life, because she attends those who are ill, and she has incredible healing powers. But those that are getting ready to move on, she sings so sweetly and cares for them so tenderly. They go joyously into the other world. So this is her rebirth. She's come through the portal back into our lives, this divine feminine entity. So I was inspired again by the bird goddess in this painting. And she's youth, she's the maiden. She brings the innocence back in the form of the bird goddess. And she's come with this ancient wisdom to bring it back to our planet. She's a healer, she can fly, she brings inspiration, and of course she's near the water, always near the water, and very connected to the birds, as many of us are in our lives. This old tabletop was found discarded, and I was inspired by Sweet Honey in the Rock. And if you've heard them ever sing, "'Tis the ancestors' breath and the voice of the waters. And those who have died have never, never left. The dead are not under the earth, they are with us. 3 of my children have died, so my heart is into this piece." And you can see also, she takes that form, the mystical and magical and divine feminine of the bird goddess, but she's also very acquainted and familiar with this bird that has went into the other world and has lived its time on this planet. Here we are. This is the Mother Earth reborn again and again and again and again, and it signifies her incredible powers to renew and to regenerate. And even though there is chaos and destruction and pollution, that she will rise again intact and be reborn again and again and again. She will rise and be reborn again and again and again. My father tended the lighthouses on the Great Lakes and in Alaska, so we lived always near the water, and all my life I believed there were mermaids. And as I mature into these elder years, I truly believe there are mermaids, and I see them swimming with me out in the cove, Lobster Cove, often. So I made this little piece out of clay and shell, and I've had her around a while, but she represents that magic and mystical, and they had powers too, the mermaids. They brought the healing power of the sea to us. So this triptych was made from a dream. The little girl next to me was about 7 years old, and her mother had a mental illness, and she was not allowed, she could never get dirty. So she took great joy in digging in my garden. And so I want you to enter into the garden of 7-year-old Renee's dream. She's digging in the dark, fertile earth of my garden, of Georgian's garden. And she says, I fold my hands to pray, and a seed sprouts forth upwards. So this triptych is another dream, and I'm weeping. I'm weeping. And I can't quit crying. I'm just crying and crying. I can't stop. And then this light wind comes, and it carries this sweet kiss and plants it upon my face. And this young woman appears, and she's holding this watery, flowing ball. And this pure, pure water comes falling out, and it joins with my tears, and my tears start flowing down into this current of water from the shining, flowing ball, and that floats down and down, and it joins my tears in this holy water, joined to help nourish our earth. And it's a dream I had, and it's certainly the grief I've had over the death of my children. Blessed be. So I'm about to enter the Supreme Court, and I look down, and my clothing is all bark and feathers and earth, and I think I must make myself presentable. So I walk up the steps, and I touch the knob to open the door to the ladies' room, and the instant I do, I turn into an eagle, and I'm fast flying, and I fly up into this ancient barren oak where I sit with hawk and owl. And this dream, I called it Lifted Up, and I'm standing up on this very high hill, and I'm holding two fish under my arms. They're slippery, and the fish fall out of my arms. They slide out and away from me, and they fall far, far down beneath an old ancient footbridge into the deep, dark sea. And I travel down the steep descent on old slippery planks under the bridge. It's a dark night, no moon, many stars, and I cannot find the fish. Before me, though, a rope appears, and I grab hold, and I'm lifted up higher and higher into the sky above. I look to my left, and two large birds with black bandit masks fly towards me together, and we all begin to fly upward in a rhythm of red beating wings, wind, and breath. And I think this stream, at this point, two of my children had died, and I think the fish perhaps might symbolize that deep descent I have to go into, and that my children have slipped from my arms, and somehow the birds, which are connected to flight and to heaven, are there flying upwards on that journey with me. These are little holy books, and we created them. My niece and I created the books from handmade paper, from scraps in the trash and recycled, and we put them into the form of little books. And I've taken my art, and so I've written little things: know the unknown, hear the unheard, and see the unseen. And I also have sayings like in here from a song we sing in the Threshold Choir, where we sing for people on the threshold of life. And God said, I am made whole by your life, and every soul completes me. I have a saying from my daughter too. This is devoted to her, my daughter Jessie. She lived to be 17 years. Owl spirit, guide me with wisdom, intuition, inspiration to explore the unknown and to carry the message of my heart upward. And of course, the mermaid. I must be a mermaid. This is Anis Nin. I have no fear of depths and a great fear of shallow living. Well, as children, we woke up in the morning and we shared our dreams at the breakfast table. So, and it was ancient. It came through the ancestors, that dream world, and it was real. You know, we were chased by bears. We could communicate with the ancestors. And I've always, as long as I can remember, told my dreams and then started recording them when I was a bit older. In my dreams, I encounter great teachers that come and help me on my path and kind of guide me with the art. And I encounter healers who they'll throw me up into the air, and when I come down, I'm healed, or they'll fill me with light. And the dreams help heal me, and the work that I do, the painting and that, helps heal me. And as I said, 3 of my children have died, and I have had a lot of tragedy and loss in my life. And yet I'm standing. People say, how could you still be standing? I'm not only standing, I am painting, I am singing, and I am dancing, and I am filled with a love from the ancestors from which I was born. Hope.